Hey,
Yeah.
Greg, I got a question. So on my documents, Greg, you saying that child support is not a debt, but here on many of my documents, they say, you know, concerning this debt or payment to a debt, and then they give X amount of dollars or whatever,
What
and
state?
then it's not just one document, but
What
it's in
state?
Virginia.
Okay. Well, we looked it up. It's an obligation. They call it debt. They may call it a whole lot of things. If it's a debt, then you can. That's when you might want to get into the stuff of will with debt validation, and that kind of stuff. Um,
Yeah, because that's what they're saying, and then
but look up.
also.
But it's an obligation because if you go to go look up Turner versus Rogers,
Right. Yeah, I'm kind of familiar with that one, Turner
South
versus
Carolina
Russell.
case, the South Carolina case, we talked about contempt
Yeah.
and why he wasn't entitled to like you are in a criminal case entitled to representation. You might want to go look up Turner versus Rogers. That'll help explain it. But just look up is child support a debt for the purposes of the FDCPA.
Yeah, but there's also a Supreme Court case law in Indiana that talks about
What state are you in?
I'm in Virginia. I'm in Virginia.
If it's not a United States Supreme Court case, then the case you're reading would be at most persuasive. Find out if there's a case in your state or the state that you're concerned with.
Oh, okay. So not so just because it's the Supreme Court of that state, it doesn't mean I could use it in
Come,
another state.
come on, Kyle. We gotta do better.
All right. No, just clearing it up. Just clearing it up.
Come on, we know better.
So does administrative or judicial orders make a difference with it being mandatory for like the parenting plan or the child support guideline worksheet? Does that play a part?
Well, you might want to if your question is without that could the did the court did the
Oh, I know they can do it because they did
no
it. I
no
don't
no
have
no my
a
question would
child
be
support guideline worksheet in any of them.
you want to get it reversed, find out what the rules are, and typically just because they're administrative don't allow them to bypass process. If they do, then that may be grounds for reversal.
I got you. If you don't mind me asking, did you have an administrative or a judicial, or did you have both? I had both. I had both. So
Everybody all together tell them what my orders were.
I just got which one?
Judicial.
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 Yeah.
All right, I got you.
I just did a quick search and in PA it says that it's a combination of both.
Okay, so then you have to find out how they justify it and if it's accurate and how you challenge it. You go to Florida 61.1354. Are y'all looking at the statute where it says issue rule? Like watch this right here. You see the 20%, we went over that. Y'all see that?
Uh-huh.
Yep. 61 dot.
61.1354.
Yeah.
And you see what you're supposed to do once you get that thing from them? Upon receipt of a request from a consumer reporting agency as defined in 603F of the Fair Credit Reporting Act, the Title 40 agency or the depository in the non-Title 40 case shall make available information relating to the amount, da da da. And here you go.
So
And I would suggest everybody read this. This is a small chapter, but it kind of
yeah.
goes as to what it is and how they go about it and how you can challenge it. You got like 15 days and all that stuff, all the rules. All I ever do, and again, I'm not an expert, but what I've learned along my walk is just go find the rule.
Yeah.
Just go find the rule. And when you go to
Speaking
court,
of
deal with the rule. Yes.
Greg,
Yes, sir.
speaking of the rule, so can somebody get invited to a hearing for arrears? The invitation was done by the staff attorney. So let me put it this way. So back in December, so I got a call from the staff attorney in Chester County. That's in Pennsylvania. So he had the case since 2021 to bring me to court and tell me that I had a child support from Puerto Rico. So they were acting on behalf of Puerto Rico to come after me for money.
Long arm. Did Puerto Rico serve you properly?
No. And not only that, they didn't serve me properly because I was never served until the day that I went to the court. Then he just showed up, with this paper and handed it to me hand in hand. So not only that, he skipped the process for service of process. There's no receipt that I was even served. Not only that,
Other than you just telling the whole world that you got something, right?
yeah. So at the bottom of the first sheet, right? This idiot wrote that the judge hearing officer was per quorum.
Per quorum.
Yeah, which means it could be anybody. So it got better.
No, per quorum means they agree with something.
Right. So on the pages, so they were like, well, they were coming after me for my daughter's mom child support.
Hold on, Hector, hold on. You're giving me a story.
Yeah.
What are the facts?
So the fact is, can I go back and challenge the entire order because I end up paying $3,300 back in December.
Advice.
Huh?
That's how they asked me the question.
Yeah.
How would you ask me the question?
How would I challenge
How would I?
Challenge
what would
how
about Greg, what would
you do?
Yeah. I would look at the rules. I'd
Mhm.
find out I would always do this. Get your
Mhm.
original petition, get your final order.
Mhm.
And from there, I always attack the order, but find out if you were properly served. What's the rules for you not being properly served? How do you go about dealing with improper service?
Mhm.
That procedural defect may be fatal in your case.